Hello, I'm FM and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, thanks for checking out one of my videos. Hopefully you'll become a subscriber. If you're already a subscriber, as always, thanks for checking out a video. I really do appreciate it. While you're here, smash that like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Go and check out my series with Manchester Central and all other content. But for now, we've got another head-to-head battle. Now I like these, I'm having fun doing them. The previous two I've done have been Wimbledon versus MK Dons. And we did Sheffield United versus Sheffield Wednesday. And I was reading online, looking at some of the leagues around the world, how they'd finished up. I looked at Serie A, which was an old favourite league of mine back in the day. And I realised that both Milan teams had just fell short of getting in the Champions League. And it just made me remember about when I was younger, how the Italian league was the best league. It was the best league, the best players were there. I remember players leaving Serie A to finish their careers in the Premier League. It's not like that anymore. But these teams are still glamorous teams, you've still got great weight behind the names. I just thought it'd be fun, especially because, you know, in the Serie A nowadays, Juve win the league every year, and the two Milan teams from this place behind me, I kind of fell back a bit. And I mean, it wasn't that long ago since Jose Mourinho Inter winning trebles, that, you know, Carlo Ancelotti and AC Milan were winning Champions Leagues, and I just remember some of the players who used to play for these teams, and you look at the squads now and you're like, yeah. You got the odd good player, don't get me wrong, like Icardi at Inter and so on. And AC Milan spent some good money this year, didn't they? There was high hopes for them. But they haven't got in the Champions League, and it's just crazy to me. Because these are amazing teams. So I like doing this. So we're going to basically put the Milan teams together at the start of the season. We're going to give them close to 1 billion, up the reputation, and improve their training facilities. And that's it. And we're going to see who can win the race to the Champions League. Have they still got the weight to do that? Will they be able to bring in top quality players, even though this Serie A is well behind the Bundesliga, La Liga and the Premier League these days? We'll have to wait and see. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on going until one of them wins the Champions League. It's a bit of fun. It is just a standard battle race. So make sure you write down in the comments right now who you think is going to win, AC Milan or Inter Milan. I'd say my money's on AC Milan because they're starting off probably with a better squad maybe. All depends, doesn't it? We'll have a look at what happens, who they sign and so on. We'll have a look at the teams at the start of FM18 too. Just make sure you smash that like button for me. Again, subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, then you'll never miss an episode. Let's get into it. So this is it, 3rd of July 2017. Juve, obviously the winners. Look at that. They won the last 6. But I mean, before that, the Milan teams, look, you got Milan, Inter Milan at that period there where they were just dominant, weren't they? Absolutely dominant. Before that, Milan, Juve got a couple. So we're going to see if we can get back to them days. We'll have a look at who wins the leagues and so on, but it is all about the Champions League. As soon as Inter or AC win the Champions League, the race is over. If we have a look at the season preview, so obviously the bookies at the start of this game, I've got Juve winning, and they've got Napoli coming second, which happened, didn't it? But they've got the Milan teams finishing in 3rd and 4th in the Champions League spots with the Rome teams behind them. We now know that didn't happen. It's going to be interesting to see what does happen now. So let's have a look at the squads. Let's start with Inter. They've got Luciano Spalletti as the manager. They've got Icardi. Now, keeping all of him will be key. Maybe now they've got a higher rep and a bit more money. They will, because he's a fantastic player in this game. I like him a lot. And he usually leaves from a lot of the experiments I've done. But look, a great team. They've won 3 Champions Leagues, 18 Serie A titles, Club World Championships, 3 Europa Leagues. That's like the FA Cup and the Tin Cup, 7 of them. I mean, great history. This is their squad before they've done anything, arranged by value. You've got Icardi at the top, you've got Perisic as well, great winger on here, good keeper. I mean, they've got a good team, but they used to have a great team. Although, to be fair, I think when they won the treble, a lot of people said he didn't have the best team, did he? He just got them working well together, didn't he, when he won? He did well that year, that Joe said, didn't it, to be fair to him. But they've had some cracking players over the years, haven't they? Absolutely amazing. And Ibrahimovic played for both teams as well. So we're going to see. It's going to be good to see if they can bring in some superstars now they've got a better rep. Over to Milan, and they've got a legend AC Milan player, Gattuso. He was a top player. Didn't he like go to Rangers, I think? And then ended up coming back to Milan and really making a name for himself. I think that's quite cool. But again, AC, massive club. Growing up, you know what I mean? Had some amazing players. Do you know what I mean? Van Basten and so on. You know what I mean? So AC Milan were always my favourite. Also because I like how they've got a George's cross in the badge, and being English, that's our flag. I love that. Looking at their overview, and obviously they're one of the most successful teams after Real Madrid. In the Champions League, they've won 7. They've won 18 league titles, World Champions once, Cup Winners' Cup twice, Super Cup 5 times. They've never won the Europa League, but they're always in the Champions League. They might win that this year, you never know. So they've got great history, loads of trophies. Their players squad, and their best players are defender. Now they used to have this, like, they probably still have this legendary training, keep you fit facility where they got their extra years out of a lot of their players. They had players who were playing at 35 at a high level, Maldini and so on. They're Beckham for a bit as well, didn't they? But I mean, I'm looking at that team, they've got some good defenders. They've got one of the best young keepers on the game as well, who usually leaves. But apart from that, I mean, they've got good players, don't get me wrong. AC Milan should be better than that. I want to see them sign someone like Griezmann or just some superstars. Let's kick on, man. So for this first year, it ain't going to happen. No one's going to win the race because I think AC Milan are in the Europa League and Inter Milan are in any European competition. So we can get through this first season. What we'll do is actually, I'm just going to go and go until I get to the end, and then we'll go through each year and see how we got there. And then I'll reveal who won. And so again, you know the clubs, you know the players roughly, you probably know some of them yourself from playing the game as a Football Manager fan. Who do you think's going to win? Have a bit of fun, test yourself. It's always a bit of a laugh. Right down below, and I'll see you in a bit. So welcome back. It's took 4 years. It's July 2021, but we do have a winner. It's been quite interesting. I've had a quick look, but I've not looked at everything. I didn't want to spoil it. So what we'll do is we're going to go through the leagues and the cups and see how all the teams did in them. I'll have a look at some of the transfers, and then I'll reveal the winner near the end. So yeah, let's get into it. Well, then that first season, the bookies predicted Juve to win, Napoli second, and the Milan teams in 3rd and 4th. Well, they got the Milan teams right. Can't remember if it's the right way around. But Napoli won the league by 4 points, which is really good to see. Not that I don't like Juventus. I actually have a Juventus shirt upstairs. One of my favourite teams as well when I was a kid. It was just good to see someone else win the league. But at least the Milan teams got into the European spots in that first season, so hopefully they have actually improved the squad, because especially Inter Milan are only 4 points behind Juve. So let's see who they brought that first year. Right, so here's them first year's transfers. Obviously some years have passed, 4 years, but they bought Willian. Is he still there? Looks like he is. He's now 32 on the game, but obviously he's had a few years there now, and it was pretty good when they signed him. They bought Martial, who's now 25. He's only 25 still, top player on here, so he's added some real quality that first year. Marino, Gerrard, another striker who's okay, good player, but I won't say he's a world beater. And then they bought Stefan El Shaarawy, I think. Look at his hair, awesome, that isn't it? It's like something about Mary when she puts jizz in her hair, gets stuck up. I don't like he's at the club anymore. He's 28, can play on both wings, but he's alright. I think he used to be a Milan player, didn't he? Over to Milan, because obviously they got in the top 4, and they spent, well, nearly 30 million more than Inter. They spent 209 million and bought quite a few more players as well, and I probably think that they probably needed less, maybe. They bought Adrian Rabiot, is it? Rabiot from PSG. He's okay. Fabinho from Liverpool, fair play, he's a good player. For 83 million, wow. Fernandez, alright, like him. Pavon from Boca, again, decent player, I don't like him. He's alright, isn't he? I like him, he's quite good. De Ligt, is it Mattis? A lot of people talk about this kid, aren't they, at the minute? A lot of Premier League teams sniffing about him. He looks good, what's his? Awesome. What a name, Hululu. Awesome, not very good. And then they bought Matteo Darmian. They brought the Italian lad home, he's alright, he's alright. On to year 2 in the Serie A. And Juve got the title back, didn't they? But Milan crept up, they got into 2nd, Napoli with 3rd, Inter 4th. So it's the same teams battling it out, all quite close-ish. Looks like Milan have made the biggest improvement that 2nd year. Let's see what they did in the transfer market. So year 2, and they spent 331 million. Managed to bring in 34, bloody hell. It's a lot of money, that, isn't it? They bought Barini from Sunderland, who, yeah, average. They bought Kalinic is it? Striker. Okay. Kevin De Bruyne. Now that is a game changer. Wow. Game changer. 164 million they spent. Berardi from Salucio. Is it? I can never say that name. He's good in. Oh, he was good. Danilo from Manchester City. He looks alright. Griezmann. Game changing transfers, eh? Griezmann and De Bruyne. Let's see what world class players. That's what AC Milan should be about. I like it a lot. And then Everton. They bought the club. A winger from, is he Brazilian? Yeah. So 2 big players there that I like a lot. But they didn't to do that same year to try and compete. Well, they spent 263 million and bought in 7 players, is it? They bought Roberto. Yeah, I am not saying that. Good player, isn't he? Midfielder, I like him. They brought in this fella. Defender right, he's okay, I'd say. Lucas from Barcelona. Left back, who's very good. Haji. Do you remember? Is he Haji's kid? Do you remember the old school Haji? Awesome player. Isco. There's their world class player. Look at his ability. Bustos. Again, good young player. I like him a lot. So they've improved the fullbacks. And then Heinrich from Metz, who is a regen, so one for the future. So I'd say they bought 1 world class player. So maybe that's why they start to lag a little bit behind AC Milan. On to year 3, and we've got a new champion, and it's Milan. So they won the league. Juve second, Napoli third, Inter fourth. So Inter are lagging, but Inter's still getting in the Champions League. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be able to win this race just because Milan have won the league. Do you know what I mean? So they're still in there. It's the same 4 teams, isn't it? Well, they spent huge again, and it won in the title. They spent 300 million. They bought Kessie from Atlanta. Di Maria, who, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it might have been too late for him, but if you buy Di Maria this year, I've done it at United, I did it at Manchester City experiment, in the Premier League from PSG, as soon as you start the game, he's awesome. He tears it up, man, he's awesome. They bought Conan from Bordeaux, not very good. Rorick, is it? Again, one's for the future maybe. Mohamed Salah, wow. Griezmann, Salah, wow. De Bruyne. They're starting to become a real force, like old school Milan. Check that out. Semedo from Barcelona. He's alright. Martins, so he's obviously gone to United and then they bought him off United. He's a good player, look at his dribbling. I like him a lot. He's good. Martinez from Porto. Again, another good player. They're getting better, aren't they? A lot better. Pablo. So yeah, a lot of money. They won him a title. Same year, Inter obviously still finishing in the top 4 and they spent 288 million. They got this guy in on a free, Luca. Yeah. Gabriel Jesus, so some top quality there, especially for the future. Again, another good player from Barcelona, Stefan de Vrij, is it? Good lad, I like him a lot. Vincent Kompany on a free. He's now not playing, but yeah, that one, I can't see that going well. Hakim from PSG, good squad player. Negri on a free, bang average. João Cancelo from Valencia. Again, good player, to be fair. Got a guy here, Thomas from Lazio, good player. And Ramirez, okay player, so getting a bit better, but I'd say AC Milan are definitely ahead. I'd be surprised if AC Milan don't win this. Well, it's the last year, this is the year that someone's actually won it. But Inter Milan won the league, so fair play to them, and they won it by 5 points. So be interested to see who they brought in at the start of the season to win the title. But it's nice to see that Milan have won 1, Inter have won 1. They're now the top 2 teams. Juve have dropped out of 4. Well, they spent 185 million to win that title, which is not that bad for them, really. They bought some guy called Roberto, a possible regen maybe. Yeah. Marco Senio, good player. He's starting to get a couple more world-class players. He's probably a game changer. Good, only 25. Bought in Mende from City, good fullback. Thomas Lamar from Monaco. Florence Marin, regen. And they bought this dude, another regen. And they bought this fella, not a clue. So yeah, they're starting to get a few more players, aren't they? Good players, and it's won them the league, but has it won them the whole competition? Milan spent now 650k. Maybe they weren't allowed to, maybe because they'd spent a lot of money on the previous year, and the previous years to be fair. Maybe they just finally hit that point where they couldn't spend any more, and maybe that's why they didn't win the title. So has it affected them? Does that mean Inter have won it altogether? We'll find out in a minute. But yeah, they've not really done much. They brought in 62 million though, to be fair to them. Let's have a look at the cups first, and before we get to the winner. I think it's quality this. Hopefully you picked it right. Here we are with the Tim Cup, which I think it's like the FA Cup really, isn't it? Inter won it the first year. Napoli won one and Milan have won the last two, so you know they've been very successful domestically. They started to win the titles, they both shared one in the last couple of years. But this ain't about this really, is it, eh? This is a race to the Champions League. Who won it? It was AC Milan. They love this competition, don't they? After Real Madrid, they're possibly one of the most successful teams. And they beat Chelsea 2-1 in the final. I mean, Chelsea had more possession, more chances, but they did the job. Goals from Kessie and Mohamed Salah, of course. He scores goals for fun. But look at that team, Firmino. You've got Salah, Griezmann. Where's De Bruyne? Maybe he was injured. I don't know, but they've got a better defence there. They managed to keep hold of the keeper, which a lot of times they don't. So fair play. If you picked AC Milan, well guessed, because it is just a guessing game. But I still think Inter have done well. Obviously, you give a team money, you can do well, but that isn't always the case. I've done this in other experiments, and sometimes teams can still crash and burn, still make bad decisions, spend the money in the wrong way. But it shows you've done it. AC Milan and Inter have still got that pulling power, they've still got that weight behind them in their name. If they just had some financial backing, they'd dominate again, I think. It wasn't a race to a European title, it was a race to the Champions League, but Inter got into a Euro final last year. Roma won it this year, which is great for Italy, but Inter got beat by RB Rubbish Leipzig last year, so they nearly won something in Europe. They won the battle, but they got to a final. So there you go, that is the end of it. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun with it like I did. Make sure if you did enjoy it, you smash the like button. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and also check out my series with Manchester Central. It's awesome. We're going to leave you here with season preview for this next season. Obviously Milan and Inter are the biggest teams. I will put down below, if you want, save files, so at the very beginning you can take over one of these teams with that big budget and try and build your own superstar Galactico team and take on the other Milan teams. Try and maybe restore some pride to Serie A. And I'll also put the save file for this in it as well, so if you want to jump in now with the squads they've got and kick on and keep dominating, maybe have a bit of fun with it, you can do. Just check down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out some of my other videos while you're just chilling out at home. But you've been a legend. I've been Booed. As always, you've been great. I'll see you next time.